He is watching the programs. Here is what he says. The failing at New York Times story is so totally wrong on transition. It's going so smoothly. Also, I've spoken to many foreign leaders. Then he tweets, I'm not trying to get top-level security clearance for my children. This was a typically false news story. And there's many more. This in the context of the fact that last night Hope Hicks, his spokeswoman, said he's down for the night. Then he takes his family out to dinner at the 21 Club, leaving the press behind for the second time in, the week and a half that he's been president-elect. Why should this matter, Brian, to the American public?
Yeah, he might enjoy irritating the press by ditching us and heading out without us. But normally, presidents and presidents-elect travel with a protected press pool because those journalists are keeping track of the president on behalf of the American people. It doesn't matter that he went to dinner with his family, but it is good to know where he went, how long he was out for, and if anything happened while he was out. If anyone confronted him, if there were protesters, if there were fans. All of that information is helpful to know. These reporters keep track of the first draft of history, and that's why it matters not just for us, but for the viewers.
He seems to be having a struggle, the president-elect, separating what matters to him personally versus what matters to the position. These tweets this morning are irrelevant. He's good at pushing back against the media, but this is not what we've seen a president-elect do, and it's not because of Twitter as a mechanism of communication. It's what he focuses on. Is this something that's going to be a legitimate point of concern for his ability to focus on what he needs to going forward?
Well, it's been the same pretty much throughout the campaign. He's sort of a mercurial personality. He's not paying attention to big picture very often. The small picture gets his attention enormously. Plus, he's not particularly fact-based. So if something comes out and he says it isn't true, we don't know whether that's true or not, because we've seen him constantly saying things, that didn't happen, that didn't happen, that did happen.
So Chris's point about the office that he now holds versus the person, right? It was personal for him when he was the candidate.
Right.
Now he's the president-elect. It's a totally different ballgame.
It should be. You would think it's going to be. I think he's still kind of in that mode. We'll see if he can transition. Everything is about a transition now.
Right.
There's nobody ever been in this position before, I don't think, where he has had no experience at all in dealing with this.
And he's got people around him who don't have any experience.
And they have no experience.
So it makes the